Today we're going to take a look at obstacle courses. So you're going to need to dig out whatever equipment you have in your equipment room and get creative with it. When you're making your obstacle course, think about what types of equipment will go well for the age group that you have. Okay, so things that you have for kindergartners probably going to be a little bit different than things you'll have for the grade 8s. Some examples of things you'll use: mats, different types of balls, pylons, skipping ropes, indoor bases, tunnels, nets, scooters, the big parachute, just whatever you can think of and whatever you can find, that'll work. Here's an example of a typical obstacle course I might set up in my gym. I like to start with cones and have those as a starting point and a finish line for the students, so they'll line up kind of in between those cones and throw a mat down on the floor, maybe toss some hula hoops down, some more cones with a scooter, skipping rope, wedge mat, another floor mat, more cones. Those are benches, and a tunnel, some more mats standing up on their ends, and those rubber lily pads or rubber bases, whatever you have. Okay, now I'm going to go through this course, and the first person in line will go maybe on this mat, do a log roll or something like that, do some 1-foot hopping through the hula hoops, get on the scooter, scoot down to the one end, scoot back, then run to the skipping rope, do 10 jumps, somersault down the wedge mat, maybe on this mat do some jumping jacks or push-ups, then run through the cones. Once around the cones, hop over the benches, through the little tunnel, onto the rubber lily pads, maybe do some skipping or galloping, maybe hopping again, whatever you want. And that's just a typical example of an obstacle course. Some things you'll want to think about though: have the next student in line start once the first student has finished the first stage or two. So once they've gone a little bit, then the next person goes, and then the next person goes, just so you prevent bottlenecks that way. After a while, switch the direction to keep it interesting for students. So you're going one way, 5 or 10 minutes, and then the kids might start getting bored. So then just say, okay guys, we're going to switch, we're going to go the other way. And it's a totally new thing for them, even just going the other way through the maze. And maybe try having your students create their own obstacle course, because they'll have fun doing it and it makes your job easier. If you've enjoyed that game or the obstacle courses, please head to PhysEdGames.com to check out some more, or subscribe to our channel.